you. With only 30% of Australians now retiring by choice, setting ourselves up for our golden years in a modern world is changing rapidly. We're living longer and having to save smarter.
Author Beck Wilson says these years can be the best of your life. It helps you make the right choices. In fact, she says your late 40s and 70s are the prime time, penning a new handbook with practical lessons on money, health, work and family. And for more, we are joined by author Beck Wilson. Good morning to you. What is about those years that makes it our prime time, Beck?
Look, I think your prime time starts at around the age of 47 when the kids start to become a bit more independent, and you have actually gained in the last 50 years about 15 to 25 years worth of life expectancy, but we gained it all in our midlife. So we've got these new years that we've never built templates for in life, and it's exciting to start thinking about how we can use them well and really embrace them in the years before we retire and the years after. It's exciting.
So Beck, I love this because there's that adulting period where we kind of get on board with all of our paperwork and work out how to kind of navigate life. And then we're saying that in those late 40s, 50s, 60s, we can optimise that. I guess things like super you don't really think about beforehand if we look at it financially.
That's exactly right. We've had super for 33 years now, and most people in their 50s today have been paying a significant amount into their super all their life, but probably never looked at it or not really put it into shape. So if they grasp what their super's got going on and what they can do with it between now and when they retire and after they retire, they might actually find they've got almost enough if they just change gears in the way they manage their money a little. And they might even have enough time to work through 3 new phases of life that I'm coining that you do before you retire, called your setup phase, your lifestyling phase, and then your part-timing phase before you retire. I get really excited about being able to have lifestyle before the R word. I think we can get there now. I think there's a sort of generation coming through. Maybe today's retirees can't have all that because they didn't have super as long at such high levels, but 50-year-olds can.
Yeah, a lot of people will be very happy to hear that. How would it change the way that we work if we look at it through this lens?
Absolutely. It will significantly change our opportunities to shape the workforce to fit us. Isn't that cheeky of me to say? But we can start to design our lives. If we have worked out how much money we need and how much is enough, we can start to say, hey, I actually might like to move not up the ladder any further, but maybe into a ladder-style life, choosing the work I want to do, not doing work I don't want to do, or working with dickheads maybe, and perhaps moving into a phase where I get some choice in life. And, you know, I think Gen X is the last one to be doing that. So I think it's a good opportunity for them.
You don't hear that enough on breakfast TV. I mean, we do it in the ad breaks, but just not often on air. So, Beck, thank you for bringing that to us. What I love about this, too, is we often criticise Gen Z and we talk about, you know, what's wrong with that generation. I think what is really right with that generation is this change in the way they want to balance their lives. And they've seen their parents and their grandparents were hammer and tongs into retirement and don't want that way, and this feels like a path forward.
I feel like I've written the guidebook for the Gen X and late boomers to take some of it back for themselves, right? And to do perhaps what the younger generations have figured out how to do. And I think it's our turn. I think those of us who are 50 today, we've got the tools, we've got the super. Now let's go learn how to use it to make a great life.
Yep, got the money, got the resources, ready to use it. Beck, thanks for your time this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Beck. Well, past